We want to use RStudio for independent samples t-test. So this is what we need to do. To start with, we're going to generate two vectors, one of age with these ages, the other one of gender with sampling of 17 times because this is the number of age entries we have. 17 times either male or female, and then we have two vectors, and then we'll wrap them up using the data frame function to a data frame called data. So we have this data. This consisted of 17 entries, one column for age, one column for gender. So this is how it looks like when you use the group by function, and we can see that we have 8 females with a mean age of 50.38, standard deviation 15.07, and we have 9 males with an average age of 44.78 and a standard deviation of 15.69. This is how it looks like visually. And we need to run the Levene test to make sure that the standard deviations are not significantly different from each other. So this is what we're going to do. We're getting 0.78 p-value. That means that much higher than 5%. So that means that the level of significance, according to the level of significance, the standard deviations are not different from each other. The last part is the t-test part, where we're going to use age and then the tilde and then gender, and we're going to aim for the data equals data, and then we're going to use the parameter var.equals true. The reason we're using this because the default for the t-test procedure is to use the vars are not equal to each other. So once we're using this, this is what we're going to get. We can see here the means of the female and males. We can see here the t-value. We can see here the degrees of freedom. And here we can see the p-value of 46.62. And since we haven't discussed any other alternative, so the different alternative hypothesis is that the means are not equal to each other. And the result in this case is that we remain with the first hypothesis, the null hypothesis, and we fail to reject the null hypothesis. We fail to accept the alternative hypothesis because the p-value is much greater than 5%. So this is how we do t-test for independent samples using RStudio.